Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're on the test server to have a quick first look at three actually pretty sick new champions coming this week. It should be 2 days after this, maybe one day when they're live. 2 days to the fusion that are coming in the next patch. So the first one is Kroz Wallbreaker. He is the fusion. He should be again starting on Thursday. I think it's the 20th of November. And yeah, visually he looks amazing. We've seen his visuals before, we've seen his skills before. What is new for this video, and by the way, there will be a fusion showcase of Kroz out on the channel here probably today when you're watching this. I'm going to start working on that probably on Monday. I always leave test server testing to the very end because not uncommon for them to go, throw away all your videos, we have to make a change because there was a bug. Anyway, Kroz, base stats. I mean, guys, 110 base speed. He's like arbiter fast. This guy is crazy fast. Crazy fast. 20 base accuracy is decent. 1454 base attack is good, but not insane. His bombs, it doesn't say, but they should scale off of attack. I think I'm basically 100% sure they're going to scale off of attack. So again, for a bomb champion, you're looking for three stats. Enough accuracy to land the bombs is the most important. No bombs, no good. You want attack percent so that the bombs will hit very hard. And then you want speed because, you typically want to go place the bombs on enemies with stone skin before they take a turn, whatever. He's got ridiculous base speed. The attack is maybe a little concerning. We'll see how hard his bombs hit. I mean, the fact that he's got 110 base speed, he will scale very well off any sets with speed on them. So expect like Pinpoint and Feral to be really good. Okay, let's save the best for last. First up, we have an Orc Void Legendary. I know, like, I did a collab with Ash recently. He talked about how he thinks orcs are one of the weakest factions in the game. Let's see if Gaellut, Son of the Pact, can save them. Visually, pretty cool. I love his shield. I love the shield, which is like he's stolen it off a knight or something. I'm definitely looking forward to read the lore of Gaellut. Pretty cool. Looks like an orc. What can we say? Let's see what he's got. Beheading Strike is A1. By the way, so he is a HP-based legendary before we go any further. He has high-based HP, decent defense. He's pretty slow. Doesn't have any crit damage, high resistance. He's looking like he's a tank, right? A tank for your team. Beheading Strike attacks one enemy. Before attacking, decrease the duration of all buffs on the target by 1 turn. Also has a 75 going to 100% chance of placing block buffs for 2 turns. The debuff is protected when placed on bosses. Okay, so he's probably an anti-boss champion, not an arena champion. Now, bearing in mind, we do know that there are probably around 7 bosses coming in a major content drop at the end of the year. Certainly when I'm recording this, probably by the time this video goes live, I'm recording this on Friday. This should go live on Tuesday. I really expect that, we probably won't have any more info on that until near the end, if not after the whole fusion here. But we are expecting new bosses. This guy might be designed for some of the new bosses coming up. We'll see. There's not too many bosses that have a lot of buffs. It's certainly useful if the Viper in Chimera steals it. Protected block buffs is decent. Definitely for Hydra can remove buffs. Some bosses can remove buffs. Amius can. So it'd be pretty good there as well. Yeah, interesting. Galen Fury. 5 turn goes to a 3 turn cooldown, attacks all enemies, has a 75 going to 100% chance of, placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, and big decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, decrease the turn meters of enemies without stun by 30%. Well, never mind. Unless these new bosses are vulnerable to stun, as off the top of my head, I don't believe there's any boss that you can stun in the game as of right now. I guess you could stun a Hydra head when you break the life barrier, but that's about it. So yeah, this does not seem like a anti-boss move. Very few bosses nowadays are vulnerable to decreased turn meter as well. Okay. I'm a bit underwhelmed by this. AoE decreased defense stun is good. I mean, I just think of Odin, who's got AoE decreased defense and stun, but it's also a full buff removal as well. But it's sort of an Odin adjacent move. Not quite as good, but okay. Blood of the Pact. 6 turn goes to a 4 turn cooldown. Removes all debuffs from all allies. Heals them by 25% of this champion's max HP. That should be an absolutely stonking heal. You're going to probably build them very high HP. Let's say shield buff equal. Okay, yeah. Shield buff equal to 25% of this champ's max HP and a 25% fortify buff on all allies for 2 turns. Okay, this is his thing. Fortify. We'll see his passive as well. Passives usually have a huge effect. Where is fortify? It's a new buff. It basically makes your ignore defense less effective. So it makes you incredibly tanky. Reduce enemy ignore defense effects by 15 or 25%. Now, I get this is a bit weird. Very few bosses that can be stunned. If basically no boss can be stunned, though you can stun their minions commonly is a good strategy. Relatively few bosses are ignoring defense. It is good against Chimera. He's okay, like decreased defense, block buffs, champ, healing, shielding. Is he good against Chimera, though? I don't know. It's a 4-turn cooldown. Fortify would be incredibly powerful in Arena. I'm not really seeing him as an Arena champion right now, though. Maybe if you combo him with a buff removal champion, that's pretty risky against protection sets, block debuffs protected, with protection sets, stone skin, you can't always remove. I don't know. See the passive, freedom or death. For every 10 debuffs this champion's team receives, activates the blood of the pact skill. Oh, okay, that's cool. Right, all right, that's actually really good. So this is a 4-turn cooldown. When activated in this way, the buffs placed by Blood of the Pact are protected and doesn't put it on cooldown. So he gets every 10 debuffs your entire team receives. So like in Hydra, you've got 6 people. So if you get like 1 debuff on everyone, you're 6 out of 10 towards getting this off already. If you have 5 champions like a Chimera, 2 debuffs on everyone, bam, that's 10 debuffs total. And you get a free debuff removal, massive heal, a massive protected shield, and fortify. Okay, I was gonna say his active skills kind of suck for a Void Legendary. This is making him good. Okay, cool. And then he's got ally HP in all battles 35%. On the whole, I'll be honest, I'm not too impressed by him so far. Now, the question for me is, how important is stun going to be against these new bosses? Against these new bosses, he could be crazy, potentially. Decrease their buffs a bit, put a protected block buffs on the boss, potentially like AoE stunning. He could be your AoE decreased defense champ. He could AoE stun their minions and stuff. If the bosses are really all about debuffs, he's going to be giga chat at keeping you alive. Doesn't seem too hot other than that. Now, I get against an enemy Odin in Arena, for example, or like you're fighting an Odin in Siege, pretty scary. Odin comes in, tries to decrease defense and stun your whole team. He's getting pretty close to this. Now, one thing I wonder, he probably can't use this if he himself is stunned, which is a bit weird. So you're probably going to need to build this guy really high HP and high resistance. Yeah, he's a bit funky. I'm not wowed by him. Yeah. Going back to what I was saying at the start, I'm actually leaning on that more than I thought I would, where he does, to me, feel very much like he's designed probably for some bosses that aren't out yet. I feel like if I pulled him right now, I'd be like, shit, because I've got Marishka instead. Could I get Odin instead? Send him back. I don't know. And then we have the final new champion. It is a second mythical for Bannerlords. We have really got very few mythicals, really, over the last even year or so. They really slowed down. We finally got a new one. Is she good? Will she live up to it? She's a support attack champion, Joan the Luminant. Base form, visually, freaking awesome, man. Looks so cool. Yeah, he's got that sort of Joan of Arc vibe, but like with the crazy... what do you even call this weapon? Like a twin sword or something? what was the... What was... twin sword. What was the Cell Swords twin blade or something? Wasn't that a thing in Dark Souls 3? Maybe. I feel like it. I don't know. Yeah, she's cool though. Visually, very very cool. Support champion. So she has very high base speed, very strong defensive stats, no crit damage, good resistance. Take a look. Sacred Lance. Attacks one enemy, heals all allies. Value of the heal is proportional to their resistance and 5% of their max HP. As a 35, that bucks to a 50% chance of applying a buff spread effect, taking one random buff from each ally and placing it on all allies. Okay, and interestingly, the damage is based on attack and resistance. Ooh, I don't know if there's anyone that does that. Her base attack is dreadful, so... yeah, resistance, she's probably not going to do any damage in this form. I think her other form is a damage dealer. But Let's take a look. Like, yeah. So you want your whole team to have high resistance. The more resistance your team has, the stronger this is. Now, it's only a 50% chance for the buff spread, but taking a buff from every ally, putting it on all allies could really make your buff uptime very strong. She might combo very well with Androck. Now, he's already extending your buffs. He brings, though, increased resistance. She could potentially spread this around, make it more consistent, make his increased defense. That could be a sick combo, actually. A2. Oh, never mind. A2 is increased resist. A2, Symbol of Hope. 4 goes to 3-turn cooldown. Removes all debuffs from all allies. Then puts increased attack and increased resist on all allies for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. And fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Right. That makes her a little bit awkward to combo with Androck because he's already bringing increased resist. It's a slight bit of redundancy, but I mean, it's still okay, right? So full team cleanse. There's the increased resistance to make your heal stronger. Increased resist will be upping her damage. Increased attack actually ups her damage as well. Turn meter boost. 109 base speed, 15% turn meter boost. It's viable as a, not your main probably turn meter booster. It's no arbiter, but it's still decent. It's still something you will see. And certainly building her fast to increase resist is pretty powerful. We'll see. Faith Restored, her A3, 4 goes to a 3-turn cooldown. It's a revive. Revives a single ally with 75% HP and puts Unkillable on them for 2 turns. Then gives them an instant turn. That's very good. Very good revive. It's basically 75% HP and whatever, 200% turn meter or something. It's crazy good. Plus Unkillable. Obviously, they'll take their turn, and 1 turn of the Unkillable should just disappear, I think. But they'll still be protected for a whole turn with Unkillable. They'll get an instant turn. That's incredibly good. Okay. So yeah, she's a really nice reviver. Yeah, in this base form. She's got a normal metamorph. 80 resist in all battles. The passive, Eternally Adored. So passively, this will always be there. The 3-turn cooldown is just for the active effect. Passively, though, increases all allies' damage against enemies whose resistance is lower than theirs by 15%. And then multiple champions doesn't work. Doesn't activate in duplicate copies of this champion if this particular champion is dead. Okay, well, good luck getting a dupe of her, right? But all right, 15% more damage if your resistance is higher than your enemy. Very nice, because she brings increased resist. That's pretty cool. Great little damage boost for your team. Very strong against bosses and whatnot. Actively on a 3-turn cooldown. Whenever an enemy is revived, instantly activates the Faith Restored skill on a random dead ally. Holy shit. Oh my god. So the enemy revives somebody, and you instantly revive somebody and give them an instant turn as well. That is really juicy. Like, if they kill your damage dealer, like, you just bring your damage dealer back with an instant turn, and they've got a squishy revive champion. That's really nice. If no allies are dead, instantly activate the Symbol of Hope skill instead. And again, duplicates doesn't work right. So if no one is dead and they revive someone, you remove all debuffs, give your team increased attack and resistance, and 15% turn meter boost. Really nice. Yeah, okay. Base form. She looks really, really good. Really good. You're going to build her high resist. She's probably going to be kind of squishy, right? Unlike a Star Sage Galathier, or let's say a Theodosia, even Lazarius, a lot of the other mythical revivers have like damage reduction or like pretty significant self-preservation in their kit. Having a quick gander at her, she's got nothing to keep herself alive. She's got good base stats, but she is actually kind of vulnerable. But if you can't kill her, I mean, you're going to probably be building her very high resistance. It's probably going to be almost impossible to debuff this champion. Once she gets the increased resist up, she's going to have it up 100% of the time. So you're not going to be able to debuff her probably. She's going to be spamming some heals, buff spreading, really strong reviver. Yeah, great support. Then we go to Form 2. Damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Holy shit. Whoa. Did the swords like pop out when she's... What? Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god. All the swords just like ignite outwards. Oh my god. Holy crap. Yeah, this could be again a Dark Souls boss right there. Wow. This might be like... She's up there of like coolest looking champs in the game. Holy crap. Oh my god. Yes, yes. Uh, damage actually very high base HP. And then good damage stats. A bit 99 speed's a bit slow. Let's take a look-see. Radiant Blades A1 attacks all enemies. Attack does single target damage to each target individually rather than AoE. Generally, that just means it does more damage. When like a little bit more. Whenever this champion counterattacks, increases the ignore defense of this skill by 5% up to 25. Passively does double damage when counterattack. Okay, presumably she's gonna have like counterattack in her kit. It's gonna start getting so this is gonna be very, very dependent on counterattacks. Like, you know, once you've stacked it up, especially, you know, 25% ignore defense is probably double damage in itself, and then another double damage. Like, the difference between using this as an active attack and using this through counterattacks will be massive. Now, interesting, it scales off resistance as well. So, oh yeah, okay, hang on. A2, Pierced by Light. 4 goes to a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, steals 25% of each enemy's turn meter. Cannot be resisted. Damage inflicted by the skill increases by 35% against enemies whose resist is lower than this champion's. Then puts block damage on her for 2 turns. Oh my god. And it scales off attack resist. What I'm thinking right now is you probably build this champ very high speed, very high resistance, 100% crit rate. And so you're probably doing like crit rate gloves, resistance chest, resistance banner, crit damage necklace. And then you're probably her attack is really HP and attack is good. So you're probably looking to just pick up like as much HP percent and attack percent as possible. She seems crazy. A3, Seraphic Swoop. 5 goes to a 4-turn cooldown. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Ignores shield, block damage, and unkillable. Oh my god. Also ignores 35% defense against targets whose resistance is lower than hers. If the target is killed and has lower resistance, puts block revive. If they're not killed, she gets an extra turn. Oh my god. Okay, she can metamorph back. What's her passive? Lumaya's Glory. Decreases the damage this champion receives from enemies whose resistance is lower than her by 15%. Places on this champion a protected counterattack buff for 1 turn at the end of their turn. That is such a clunky sentence. Oh my god, that feels like Google Translate right there. I imagine they update this text before this goes live. Maybe they'll fix that before. Yeah, I'd say this to be fixed. Hey, you get a first test server look at some weird English there. Protected counterattack buff on her at the end of the turn. Yeah, okay. So she's coming in. Protected counterattack. Every time she counterattacks, it's hitting harder. So she's just doing really strong single target AoE counterattacks that are just getting worse and worse and worse. She has a triple hit that ignores shield block damage, unkillable, and most likely 35% defense, and can block revive or give her an extra turn. She has a 3-turn cooldown, 2-turn block damage on herself, that's stealing turn meter irresistibly, and is hitting really hard. She's insane, man. She's insane. This champion is crazy. Yeah, that's my thoughts. This champion seems like she's absolutely crazy. She's going to be really difficult to deal with from the looks of it. She's just, yeah, definitely mythical through and through. She looks nuts. Yeah, I do think you probably build her. Try grab as much HP percent, attack percent as you can. Grab some defense percent. But you're looking for lots of speed. 100% crit rate using a crit rate glove. Speed boots. I think resistance chest, resistance banner, crit damage necklace with resistance. I'd be thinking probably like hybrid, sort of like a Lazarius. I'd be curious. Oh man, you're going to want a resistance relic on her as well. She's going to be ridiculous. Oh my god. But, you know, like my Lazarius, for example, he's like a really fast turn meter booster, but by giving him attack percent chest, crit rate gloves, a necklace, and the soul, that's important. He can be a decent even without like Merciless or Savage or whatever. He can still kill people in Form 2. Now, he's not a top tier. He's not like a massive damage dealer, but he does enough to be a threat. I imagine she's probably going to be something similar. Not like the craziest damage dealer ever, but because her damage scales off resist, all these benefits, all the stuff she's ignoring, I think that she's built to, you build her more for Form 1, but with some crit damage, 100% crit rate, so she will still be a threat in Form 2, is my guess, but we will see. I'm very, very intrigued by her. She looks so cool, man. This is a banger. What a champion. Unbelievably cool. There are some busted relics as well. Volcardiac Heart obviously is very good, and it's a standard relic, so that would be a big one. Wanda Submission would still be good, but likely she'll have so much resistance it won't really matter. That could help her stay alive. Another really big one for her. Now, this is crazy OP relic, but the Stars of the Jinang resistance and giving her loads of turn meter. That's very strong. Not much offensive benefit, but very, very strong. Immortal Visage would be pretty decent as well if you want to be. There's lots to potentially go for. Chrysalid would be okay for her base form, not so much the alternate form. There's not that many actually resistance relics. I mean, I'd say the big ones would be definitely Stars of the Jinang and Volcardiac Heart. It's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. So yeah, there we go. They are the new champions. Let me know what you think. Again, quick thoughts. I'm very excited to test the fusion. I think he's going to be very useful. Great champion. We will see. I'm really not sure about this Void Legendary. To me, he feels a bit meh, but we will see. My initial impression, though, of him, to be honest, is meh. And I'm a little disappointed, actually. I feel like the Orcs could have done with someone that's just like, wow. I feel like a lot of the Void Legendaries are like, okay, they're good, but they're not amazing. Yeah, really none of them is like, oh, holy shit, I can't believe I pulled this Void Legendary. Insane. It's like, okay, they're good. I'll use them. I don't know. He feels like that. This champion is a holy shit, I can't believe I pulled them, is my initial thought. She looks bonkers. And yeah, give me your thoughts, guys. She's clearly the best of them. Like, she's ridiculous. Yeah, wow. Okay, there we go. They're the new champs. I'll probably do showcases of... I don't know if I'll bother with the Orc guy. He seems like a bit mad. Maybe we do yeah, probably won't bother with him. I don't know. They could do like a guaranteed event for him or something. He has that meh feeling to me. I think I'll definitely do a showcase of Joan. She's just too cool. She's too cool. And obviously the fusion. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.